Get out the insurance cards, get out the co-pays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
Yo, everybody, it's the Override. So let's get to it. Bring the pain! What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto this week. Alive last night with Mike's Money Picks and Dan. And Dan's back again for another UFC Fight Night. Kansas City. Dan, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Well, we all know I'm fresh out the gym after fighting all night, so I might be a little jacked up. Yeah. But Dan had a long day at work, so I'll be a little quiet for Dan.
But man, it's all right. That's it. We can talk about these fights, man.
Man, it's been such a crazy day, but I wanted to bring up something because last time I was running my mouth on a podcast talking about FanDuel and DraftKings, and all of a sudden I went to the DFS site, the FanDuel's DFS site, still not offering a DFS site for Saturday. Like, literally, did I scare them, Dan? What's going on, man?
I couldn't tell you, man. I couldn't tell you. You called them out on everything, so they might be scared of you now.
They were, because I will say this, a lot of the lines that they messed up on 2 weeks ago, yeah, you messed up. Just hire me. You could hire me, and I could fix this problem for you, FanDuel. But if you don't, well, I mean, but at the same time, the lines they're giving out are real shitty. And it's just, I get it. This card's actually, in some ways, very predictable. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people get perfect cards this week. How did you, when you looked at the full card, what did you think?
It's not the most exciting fight card in the world, but there's a couple good ones.
There truly is. And what's really nice about it is that, you know, these can make a very entertaining card for us fans because there could be a lot of knockouts and submissions. And we got that last week, and then it kind of tapered off. And then we got it, or I should say 2 weeks ago. Yeah. But at the same time, man, that was it. But so, if you are now tuning in, what the Fight Club of Pain is me and Dan talk about 4 fights, mostly from the main card, unless we want to dig into the prelims, which sometimes we do. I mean, the last show we did was an hour and 20 minutes. We're not going to go that long today, man, but because we went an hour and 46 minutes last night, Dan. Woo.
Yeah, it was a long night.
You know, I will take that we covered the NFL draft and that we covered 8 defensive players for IDP leagues, dynasty leagues, if you play those, if you're in them. I mean, after this draft happens, literally everybody's going to be drafting by Monday. So that being said, you know, with leagues opening up, football season has been here for us writers, podcasters, but now it's officially here for fans like yourself, right, Dan?
That's right. I mean, this is the most exciting week of the year in the NFL season.
It is. And I mean, you brought up last night that was the first, and that's not going to be the only football podcast you do with me, because going forward, Dan will definitely be doing that with, I mean, you could do the Ultra Contrarian show. We could do the Tuesday review. The Ultra Contrarian show is fast and fun and exciting and ferocious, but we still have the Fight Club of Pain. So even when football starts, I am not, even though I'm a football guru, we are not going to turn our backs on you. We will have UFC coverage going forward every day at Dr. Roto and for Bring the Pain. Yeah! Woo! All right, but you're going to get the DFS lineup. You're going to get some crazy-ass bets. We're going to talk the fights, man. So without further ado, I will say this about FanDuel. You not having a DFS lineup right now when DraftKings has had theirs up since at least Monday? Like, come on, man. You've had 2 weeks to prepare for these fights in Kansas City. And you're sitting, like, Dan, come on, man. Like, I'm calling you out. Call me out. Cancel my account. Whatever you want to do. But I'm telling you, I'm out for my people to beat your site. And that is no joke. And the fact that you're not giving us good numbers only shows that you're scared. So don't be scared. Let some of us win some money. Yeah! Woo! Let's get to it. Poor guy. Poor Dan.
Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind.
All right, we got the first fight. Michel Pereira versus Abbas Magomedov. What do you like?
Yeah. Oh man. They're both fast finishers, man. Pereira, he's a wild man, and he loves to come out flying. He does his backflips and his, his cartwheel kicks, and but he does have KO power.
Yep.
I mean, he has freaky athleticism, athleticism. But he also has iffy wrestling and a really low gas tank when it comes to it. He burns himself out within the first 45 seconds of every fight.
That could be said about both of them, but man, go on.
Yeah.
So you don't like Magomedov?
No. I didn't even get to him. Magomedov. Yeah. Dude, he's big, strong, and dangerous on his feet.
Yes, he is.
And he's a solid wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the greatest, but he's solid.
No, definitely not.
Like you said, he had cardio. He has cardio issues too, man. Every fight that he's in, every fight.
And that's what's going to be fun about this fight, because when I look at the Pereira side of the fights, you can get knockout and points right now for a -110. So and this is what I'm talking about, and that's on FanDuel. I see you, right? So they knew that they had to give that. They weren't going to give up no positives like they did last week with knockout, submission, and points. But they've caught on. So with knockout and point, it's a -110. And that just means that Magomedov is going to get pummeled. And a lot of people have thought that. But really, this is a fight that whoever gasses out first is going to be probably the guy who loses his fight. Do you agree with that?
I do. And I think Magomedov's going to use his wrestling.
I think you can. He will as well, too. And I think that, I just still like Pereira. He can do it all for him, but for Abbas, he's one-sided. He's just one-sided. I don't think he can outslug Pereira on the feet, so he's gonna have to shoot. But Pereira isn't that bad on the ground too. And if one of them shoots in the first round, these boys are gonna be tired in the second round. That's why it's definitely gonna be, you're gonna be playing the unders on this matchup, because these guys are, I just saw you could bet on snooker. That's hilarious. But anyway, sorry. But both these guys are going to gas, which means it's going to end early. And with it ending early, you're going to want to play the unders. Right now, I think they just caught me and they're making me search. They took down the actual fights and they made me go to the search bar and search for these fights because of that. So for this fight and another thing what they're doing is FanDuel hasn't even released the prelims like all the other prop bets. They haven't released any of that. Right now, it's straight up money line. I mean, unless they just played around because they're pulling it out because they're like, he's talking shit on us. But hey, whatever. I wouldn't be called a podcast called Bring the Pain if I didn't bring the pain.
That's right.
It's tattooed for a reason. So, who do you have winning this fight? And is there a method you see?
I think Magomedov's going to wrestle him. I think he wears him down, and I think Magomedov gets the decision.
All right. You know what? That's crazy because not only is Magomedov in the positives, right? And you're not the only guy that's taking him as well either. But for the fight to go to distance, it's also in the positives. So when we put those two together right now, you're going to get a plus 355 odds. Dan, I love you, man. I'm throwing money on it right now, live, on air. That's what we do at the Fight Club of Pain, man. We just can't stop. FanDuel, DraftKings, it don't matter what. I just say FanDuel the most because I always play on FanDuel the most. But at the same time, don't think that, Bet Rivers and, DraftKings, they're not safe. We're all in it. So it's going distance for you. All right. I'm going to write that down. All right. Well, I do agree with that going the distance, right? Because under my notes when I was looking at it, it just looked like a bunch of guys, big, strong dudes, are going to get together in the middle of the ring and go, "Rrr, rrr," right?
Yeah, it's going to be a
And
hugfest.
Hugfest. And when I brought up that the knockout in points for Pereira is a -110, that's something I'm also going to take too, because you're not going to be able to get it. So right now, even like the knockout in round 1 and 2 is a +310. It's kind of solid. For Abbas, it's a +500. But for Abbas, they really, for a first and second round submission, they only have him at a 1,000. So it's clearly going to be going the distance. And so that'll be the bet that you'll take right there, because we already know it's a positive, right? And then if we take the Pereira side of it, it only drops us down to a +278. So if the fight goes the distance and you play positive, you play money on both, then you will make money no matter which way this fight goes. You literally are going to make money. And you should hit that now, because they're watching us and they're going to go change that. So yeah. I'm warning you right now. You got to hit it when we tell you. Or they would get mad. You know I'm taking Pereira, man.
Oh, I know you. I know you are.
I like his more muscular build, man. I don't know.
He has a fan-friendly style too. He's very fan-friendly.
Yes, yeah, and I like that. So hey, for me, I'm gonna go with it. So now we're gonna move along to the featherweight division, and we got Giga Chikadze, right? Chikadze. I said that right. Chikadze. Emmanuel last night, man, was kidding me.
Yeah, he was killing you.
He's killing me, man. And Aziraku, that guy was killing me too. And verse David Onama. Dan, what did you say? Onama.
Oh man, Giga Chikadze, or however you pronounce it. But
I broke you.
He's incredibly fast, and he's a precise kickboxer, man.
Yes.
He possesses power with his speed also. He's struggled to stay active lately. He only has a few fights in the last few years.
Yeah, and I want to say he's had almost about a year off, if I'm correct right now, as I'm making bets, things like that. So
I mean, he's very questionable wrestling. And he struggles against every grappler he's ever faced.
Yes, and that's actually really bad, because you already know what Onama brings to the table.
Onama, man, he's powerful. He's athletic, and he loves to brawl. He loves to stand in the middle and throw hands. But he'll make the fight ugly. He will grab you. He will drag you to the ground and make you wrestle him.
Yes. Yeah. When I was looking at the stats, right? So you got Giga at 3.92 significant strikes per minute. You got, of course, Onama at 5.6. Giga's his defense is a little better, 61%, leading to that 3.5 absorbed, whereas Onama has that 5.07. I've seen a couple people talk about Giga being able to win this if he kept the pace up, because if he can sneak in that 5, but he doesn't throw 5. So that might be the problem, is that might be loading up. My thing is when you throw the kick, if you don't reset it, if you don't chamber it back, right, it's going to be grabbed. And that is what Onama does. However, Onama really doesn't he only averages 0.73 takedowns per fight. And his defense is a 52, and his accuracy sucks, 20%.
So he's a slugger, man. He likes to brawl. He likes to make it ugly. He doesn't look for style points.
So if this fight stands on its feet, then it would almost say that you would almost start gravitating, even though Onama does have some really good solid kickboxing, you could almost see it go towards Giga's side. But if Onama decides to make this a wrestling match, it's going to be Onama all the way. What are you seeing, man?
I think ring rust is a real thing. We say it every week. And
we just talked about football last night.
Yeah,
right?
and Giga has not fought in almost a year or a little over a year now. I think Onama wins by decision.
Onama wins by decision. So I actually have, that is my method of winning by Onama. But for some stupid reason, I'm getting you down for Onama right now, and I'm going to take Onama as well too. And this is why. As Dan was talking about, he talks about Onama being nasty and being a slugger and getting in there and being able to take that, right? So as we look at the numbers right now, and this is why, this is what I feel. I know everybody's got cool little graphics behind them, right? I can put that up right now. Look, I can do that. Everybody can do that, right? But what I try to sell this show on, and what Dan is trying to talk about, we're trying to talk about the fight theory and where the sport books are going, so that if that fight theory matches what the sport books are thinking or goes against it, you might find a number you might like more than anything else. And that's what we've been finding every single week. We have found an exploit on a sports book. So for me, I think that means that we're definitely winning. So I'm going to get in there right now. We got it coming up right now. So if people are right about Giga and he's going to get this knockout, his chances in the first and second rounds a plus 900. Onama still has a plus 480. And if you go double chance, I already have it written down. Double chance for Onama in knockout or submission is a plus 210. And so for me, when I see that right there in his points, because of course we just said this was distance, knockout in points for Onama is negative 135. So they either think, and this is FanDuel right now we're talking about. Sorry, FanDuel. I am loving you right now. They either think he's going to knock him out or it's going to go the distance and it's going to get some points. And that sounds fun. But for me, I think it's going to get, I'll take the money. I'll take the positive. I'll take the plus 210. If I'm feeling froggy, and it's going to go the distance, negative 158. You take Onama with this one is negative 192 at this point, and you're getting a plus 153. So right there, we're going to take that bet because the plus 153, you're going to take your money back. You've got the knockout and submission for the plus 210. So, I mean, whew, you got anything crazy? But, I mean, they're not letting us. Do you have a specific round knockout submission?
I think it's going to the decision, man.
I know you do. I just want something else.
You want something else. You want something else.
Give me something nutsy.
If it happens, it will be. I will say.
Come on.
I'll say Giga round 2.
Knockout.
Yeah.
Plus 210. Taking it. I'll give it that. We learned this the last couple of weeks, right? We watched people get knocked out, right? So we're going to definitely take that. It's a shot right now with every single bet we have just given you. Regardless of who wins this fight, you win. So yeah, that's the key. I'm throwing, it's plus 2,100, 2,100. I totally love that. So we're just throwing money on that. You guys must really love it. And the FanDuel's probably watching all that stuff come in. Don't think I'm not putting it on DraftKings right now too. That's what we do. All right. Let's move along to the light heavyweights. We have Mr. 60th fight himself, Anthony Smith.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Versus Zhang Ming Yang or Ming Yang Zhang or whatever way you say.
I call him Zhang, man.
Zhang. Just get it all together. Zhang. I'm calling him Zhang. Yeah. We'll call him Zhang.
Yeah.
So, what did you see in this fight?
Oh, man. Anthony Smith is like that drunk uncle on Christmas that stayed too long. It's time for him to go home.
He looks like the drunk uncle. Like, I'm sorry, Anthony Smith. I love you, bro. You can kick my ass. Yeah, go on.
But he's a tough vet. And, I mean, he has challenged for the belt before. Mm-hmm. We all know it. I fought. You fight. You still fight.
Yes,
the more fight, the more you get hit, the weaker that chin becomes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He's been finished a lot lately. I feel bad for the guy. I used to be a fan.
I think a lot of people did.
I think he stayed around way too long.
And on top of the damage you're talking about, when we talk about 60 fights,
And that doesn't include his amateurs.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I talk about me being a point fighter, and I guess my overall fights would be 27, but I'm not getting wrestled down. I'm not getting grounded and pounded. I'm not getting somebody's arm choked around me, right? So that's, I mean, hey, whatever. But I still have people kicking me and punching me, but I'm not getting all that damage, and I'm wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
These men and women in the octagon or whatever bare knuckle fighting, everything, they don't wear anything on their heads. They take full damage. This guy has taken a lot, but maybe like a drunk uncle, you can just beat the hell out of him and he'll still sit there and crack a beer 5 minutes later. I've seen.
But I mean, he is fighting Zhang, however we want to pronounce his name.
Zhang Ming Yang or Ming Yang Zhang.
I mean, he's a strong finisher, and he's a very polished striker. Mm-hmm. He's finished his last 11 fights.
Uh-huh.
All in the first round.
His
last 11 all in the first round, which is crazy. And that includes both his UFC fights.
Yeah.
He has devastating power in both his hands, and he ragdolls people if he grabs them.
Yes. That's the thing too, is that everybody in this world is thinking the knockout. FanDuel has his 1 and 2 round knockout in the negatives right now. But his 2nd and 3rd round knockout is in the positives because they don't think Anthony Smith's making it past the first round. But here's the thing. If you think about it, if Zhang is able to get a submission in the first or second round, it's a plus 1,200, and a second, third round is a plus 3,000. If Anthony Smith can live to the second round and get choked out by Zhang, you get a plus 3,000 odds right now.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's a bet that I'm gonna take because every other bet in this fight is literally negative. So even if you do, it's a negative 155 for Zhang in the first round. So whatever money you put on that plus 3,000, just do your double units on Zhang first and second round. That way you win all your money back when you get the knockout. You still make the positive. But if for some reason you get that submission in the second round, play the first and second round too. 1,200. Just hope for the submission, man. But you know what the craziest thing about Zhang is that he literally throws 8.57 punches per minute. That's just insane. And what's even worse is Anthony Smith, after you brought up, and everybody in the world knows, he's been getting finished a lot. He absorbs 4.88 a minute. Yeah. And his defense is only a 45. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying Zhang first round knockout, man.
All right, let's do it. Zhang first round knockout. We're not going to do 1, 2 strings. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to do method and round combo. Zhang first round plus 115. Smash the shit out of that. That's 3 units right there. That's 3 units right there, man. I am down on that right now because you're going to get your money back. He gets the knockout. Round 1, you're still covered with the negatives earlier. And if for some reason he submits him, you win a lot more money. You're covered all around. I mean, and if you feel like you want to play the Anthony Smith side, I mean, I don't think he's going to do anything. But, I mean, if you go Anthony Smith knockout in round 2, it's 3,700. But he's not making it to 2. So please, don't play that bet. All right. So we both are Zhang guys. So we're only different once, and we're the same twice. But that's fine. That's what this card really is. There's a few pick'ems on it, and there's just a few devastating differences, and that's what we're looking at. So here we go. And we have not talked much about this, but you know what side I go. We got Ian Machado-Garry vs. Carlos Prates of the Fighting Nerds. Let's go! Ah, man, I love the hell out of the damn Fighting Nerds. Yeah. I still am so jacked up 2 weeks later after Gene Silva knocked the hell out of that dog snatcher. What are you talking about, Bryce Mitchell? It's okay though. You're back to the internet. You've been on your podcast. It's good to see you're back. We love you.
Fine. He's fine. He's fine.
Ho, 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 ho. Okay. Oh, welterweight. Beginning of the week, all over Machado-Garry. I felt like I was cheating on my Fighting Nerds. I'm not going to. I have watched the tape on Machado-Garry. He is great. He's good. He is slick. But Carlos hits way too hard. It's way too hard. Dan, talk about these fighters.
All right, you got the Fighting Nerds versus the Shootbox Assassins.
Look at Dan. This is why we have them on.
That's what you have. You got the two camps, the Shootbox Assassins and the Fighting Nerds, man. That's two of the best camps in the world.
I think some people would say something about Dagestan being number one.
Oh, yeah. I said they're the two of the best.
Okay. Oh, yeah. But
and they're completely polar opposite fighters. Polar opposite fighters, man. Mm-hmm. Prates, he's a phenom, man. He has a lot of momentum and he has a lot of confidence coming in this fight.
Yes, he does.
He has brutal Muay Thai strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't know he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt.
Yep.
And
go on. No, I was just going to say, with the Fighting Nerds, we all know the Fighting Nerds study striking and groundwork. Go on, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually destroyed everyone he's faced in the UFC. And he relies on being first and tagging his opponent in that constant pressure.
Mm-hmm.
He really does. But Ian Garry fights completely different. He depends on his movement, his footwork, and different angles and counter striking. So if Prates attacks him, he's going to try to counter snipe him. And dude, he's a sniper when he comes to it.
No, you're right, dude. His of the two, I'm going to give Prates he's the better boxer, the better striker. Let's just say striker over round. But I'm not going to take anything from Garry. Garry is a seasoned fighter. He is all around. He's like the jack of all trades. Yeah. But sometimes when you're the jack of all trades, you choose the wrong method. Fight IQ, people. Fight IQ. We've seen that exposed a lot the last two events. Yeah. If you make the wrong decision to go up against the wrong dude, you're done.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to talk about Mitchell and Silva. Those two dudes, Mitchell was soft as fuck. And, sorry, T. And Silva was a dog. And that's how he approached the team. So when you put a softie in with a dog, you're most of the time, I know it's fighting. They get, softies get lucky. What happened is going to happen.
Gary's not soft though, man.
He's not.
He's refined. He's developed, and I think he's faced better competition than Prates has, and he's won.
I agree with the better competition. He has been in it, and I think of the two, I mean, everybody just keeps bringing up Prates and his smoking. They said everybody's gonna be like, everybody's saying Prates is gonna knock him out in the second round, then light a cigarette up.
He might.
And he does. So, and that's the funny thing is really right now, if you look at it, the sport books do agree with all that we just said, but what what the difference is, and this is what we're going to point out right now, is of course the distance is a negative 205, but Prates is a plus 108. Even Garry with the distance is still going to be a positive. So you're looking at a 195, right? But when you go back and you go down to the submissions, it has Garry around the 1400, rounds 1 or 2. Then you go to rounds 1, 2, or 3, 1000, and then you go down to I saw something a little earlier. I'm not saying it was it. Prates, it's all in the 3000s, 4000s, everything's a thousands. So this right here is telling you that the money is definitely going to be on the knockout. It already is on the knockout. We know it. More than half, 90% of the shows have already said that this is a knockout. Well, except for the people taking Garry's side, right? But when you do the Garry's knockouts, and this is what I thought was really, really strange. Garry's knockout, first, second, third is a plus 650. But when you go to Prates, his first, second, third is a plus 250. And it's a plus 500. I think they just moved these. Honestly, I was just here a second ago, and that plus 500 was a plus 750. Wow. It's now a plus 500 because it went down. And when we were starting this, I'm telling you, if you had my phone on the thing, when I came in, the money lines were locked. So that means that they're adapting. And I know there's a lot of shows right now going live or have just recorded and stuff like that too. Shows that I watch, they do like 5 shows a week. We do 1, and that's what you get. But how do you see this fight going?
I think Ian Garry controls the distance, uses his footwork and his angles, and counter strikes him and drags him into deep water where he's never been. This is a 5-round fight. I think Ian Garry wins by decision.
Fight goes the distance, 158. And Garry, negative 138, giving us a plus 210. It says 209. So it's a plus 209. We're going to throw that money down. Bam. Right? So now that you have the plus 209, now we can go wild. Because I already mentioned that Prates with the plus 108 and then the plus 158 going the distance. If he can make it and win this, is a plus 626. And regardless, so for me, I would throw a half unit on that because you're going to still get a good return. But at the same time, you can throw a full unit. Now, you take that money, you got the positives, you flip it on down, you play the negatives. But I'm going to say this right now. You got that, and I got this. Prates is knocking him out in round 2. And the numbers on Prates round 2, I bet that's the 750, right? That's probably the 750 because, they're making me load everything. Prates round, nope, plus 900. Boop! I'm taking it. I'm doing that. I'm dropping 2 units on that. First round, they're going to feel him out. Gary's going to try to take him down a couple times, try to test him out, make sure that Prates is watching, respecting that takedown. And then in the second round, Prates is going to get his coaching. They're going to see when he comes in, he's looking for that grab, and he's going to hit him with a boink, uppercut, left hook. That right there is going to put Garry down. And then you're going to see Prates finish Garry second round. Boom! Oh, yeah! That's what I'm doing, man.
There you
Plus
go.
900, man. I'm all on it. And for me, even when, like I said, when you do the 1-2-3, the 1-2-3 being a plus 260, cover yourself. I'm putting 2 units on the round 2. So if you put the round 1-2-3 with the plus 260, even if you put 1 unit down, you'll make still a little extra money if that knockout happens in the first, second, third. But man, it would be really nice to see Prates choke him out because these odds are so insane for submission. Like on the Garry side, you're looking at 1, 2, and 3 submission by Garry. That is possible. That's possible. When you said that Gary can go to distance, if Prates does go into the 4th round, then that's going to be where he's going to get, he could get tapped. So if the second, third, and fourth is a plus 1,200 for Gary to tap Prates, but it's a plus 1,900 if you only do the third and the fourth. And why I said that is exactly what it says. Fighters are going to feel each other up. Maybe Prates goes for the knockout, but we'll see, right? Second round, there's some damage. Third round, say Prates gets taken down. Okay, now we have a back and forth fight. Somebody's got to win that 4th fight. Bam, somebody gets a little over aggressive, gets scooped, puts down. Sleep. And with those odds, it's worth taking. Again, I know that we are giving you a lot of bets, but the bets play all each other. Cut those bets in half if you're one-sided. I'm not telling you to play them all. I'm telling you to play. If you feel this side is good, play that side and stick to it, and then win money off your other bets. That's what. But a lot of people are staying away from a few fights on this card because of how bad they are.
Yeah.
So, Dan, it's that. There was another fight you brought up. We did the things. Did you want to talk about another fight at all?
I mean, I really like that Randy Brown fight, man.
I like the Randy Brown fight too. So talk about Randy Brown and Nicholas Dalby, because I brought up Nicholas Dalby because I was putting together a really good DFS lineup on DraftKings, and Dalby literally was the guy that was there.
Yeah.
Talk about him.
So he's 4-1 in his last 5, man.
Yep.
But he's 40 years old and he's slowing down. He has he has great defense, and he relies on his grit and toughness every fight.
Yep.
I mean, he's never been finished.
Exactly.
Ever. He's never been finished. And Randy Brown, he's 6 years younger. He has a 4.5-inch reach advantage. And
he does.
And he's a sniper.
Yes, he is. And the thing with Randy Brown is, it seems like, is he going to have enough money or enough power? I should say money. He's getting money. He's going to have enough power to knock out Dalby. And what you just said, he's not going to finish. So you think it goes to decision?
I think Brown wins by decision, yeah. But I think it's going to be a good fight. I think split decision.
All right. We got, and you know what? That's a plus 100. That's literally, you're just going to double your money, because that's the thing. That size difference is nasty. And you would think that somebody with that length, I meant more than size. I mean, still size too, because he's huge, right? Yeah. Just sending him down the pipe, boink, 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 right? So that's an excellent DFS play. You have to have Brown on your team, and he's not priced bad at all. As we go to DraftKings, because DraftKings is giving us lineups, unless FanDuel proves me wrong and puts lineups in by the time I get back out there and have more beers. But they're going to love me. They're going to love me, right? So when we go into that, right? And I think Brown was 8,900. And I am correct. Bang! Brown 8,900. And again, when you go to him, even though he lost his last fight, 60 significant strikes.
Yeah.
Won 67 strikes. He did get the knockout. He got the knockout with Salikov, right?
He won his last 3 before that loss. So
yes. And actually, he's only had 2 losses. Well, technically, if you want to do, he's had 3 losses in his last 10 fights.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you go Trinaldo, Williams, Gooden, you're looking at a lot of 3-3-3s. Of course, the first rounds were Salikov, and of course, Oliveira. And those were all first rounds, and those are the only times when he gets knocked out or he's in a fight, he gets under 20.
Yeah.
If he goes the distance, he's giving you 60 strikes. 60 strikes with maybe an average of a minute control time. So that's what you're getting with Randy Brown. And at the bottom, of course, when we go to Dalby, he's not at the bottom. He's kind of mid-tier, 7,300. Again, Dalby, there ain't no first rounds. There's a second round. Except his first round, there was a no decision with Ronson, right? It's all 3-2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, right?
Yep.
1, 3, 3. So significant strikes, 66, 53, 86, 119, 45, 54, 50. And then you look at the control time, 3 minutes, 1.27. It was 3 minutes, 57 seconds, almost 4 minutes. 127, 636, 402.
Yeah.
Dalby is a perfect DFS play too. He's almost, if he gets the grappling going or decides that if Brown is just tatting him up and he has to hold Brown down, if he can get Brown down, then he's going to do that. Win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
Those fighters both, you could probably double stack both of those fighters for your DFS lineup and it would work for you. But at the same time, what do you think, Dan?
I think this is going to be the fight of the night, truthfully. This is my favorite fight on this card.
It's not going to be Matt Schnell versus Jimmy Flick?
No, I'm not a big fan of that.
That's not. I mean, and just for the record, I'm picking Matt Schnell. Jimmy Flick is going down. He's about to get lit like a booger. Am I wrong?
No, not at all. Not at all.
So, and there's a free pick for you guys out there. You know, so what do you got? You're picking Randy Brown, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm picking Randy Brown by split decision.
Split decision. Got it. Yeah. Plus, that's I love it. I like that because even with that, when I was checking out the odds, Randy Brown was a plus 490 in the first or second round. In the second, third round, he's a plus 700. Dalby goes to a 1,500, 2,000. And Dalby is also a 26 plus 2,600 first and second plus 32 second, third round. So if Randy Brown could gas, which he doesn't do, if he could gas, he would get that. That's why this is going the distance. But I'm going to say this, and I don't care. I'm still taking rounds 2 and 3 knockout by Randy Brown. Plus 700, dude. I'm taking it. I'm going to do it. Randy Brown.
First time getting finished, huh?
Yeah. And this is why. He's going to punch him so much in the face that it's going to hurt. That does worry me too, though. Because you can send
that's what happens when you fight.
Yeah. But a jab usually doesn't knock anybody out. And Randy Brown's literally going to probably throw at least 32 jabs in this fight. So he throws 30.
He always fights behind that jab. That's what he does. He fights behind that long jab.
Yeah, he's definitely going to do that. And for that, for me, I'm just thinking if he can do one combo at distance, he might get that knockout. But as we already saw, we're getting the even sauce. We're gonna try for the knockout. And if we lose a knockout, we're not gonna play this fight heavy. We're just gonna play distance, and we're gonna play that. And that's how we do it. All right. It's Dan's favorite part of the show. It's the DFS lineup. Oh yeah, bro. All right. I'm gonna give my DFS lineup, but we are gonna make a DFS lineup live on the Fight Club of Pain right now. And it's going to be off of Dan and Exactly. So we'll play this first. Here's your DFS lineup. DraftKings, Pereira, Prates, Brown, Castaneda, right? Wellmaker, Romero. It's a rough bunch. I know the Romero fight's real close. I just need a decision. Maybe get me a finish. But if I can get 60, 80 points on DFS, I'll be fine with that, right? So, of the whole card, is there one thing you think can happen? Out of all the fights, what's the craziest thing you can think of?
Prates knocks out Gary in the first round.
All right. That's and we already got that. We already know that number, so we can play that. Dan's going to hit that up.
Or Anthony Smith knocks out Zhang.
Ooh! Dude, okay. Now, you and this Anthony Smith guy, we already talked about it, but with that, I'm going to go play that. I'm going to go play it because I'm a degenerate and I like to put money in bets. I got to keep the bets. After ragging on FanDuel as much as I have, I at least got to pay them. So Anthony Smith, you got a round for that or just Anthony Smith knockout?
Round 2.
Oh, that's what I love. I love it. Method plus 3,700.
There you
If
go.
that happens,
There you go.
I will put a quarter of a unit on that. But whatever your is, just put a quarter of a unit on it. It's gonna win somebody at plus 3,700.
Throw $10 on it.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. $70. Just make sure you play a lot of money lines on the other things. We'll get that. So let's do this. Of all the give me 3 fighters on this card that you think are for sure winners.
Zhang.
Okay. 9,600.
Randy Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And
89.
I'm going to take Onama.
All right. Boop, 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 boop. Boink. You have an average of 7,566. So you're around you're around Giga's range, Magomedov, Prates. That's where you're at. You're at Castaneda, Kuamba, Gutierrez, as long as that fight happens. We've already talked about it. Romero, 8,300. So that's, and you got Gage Young going. Evan Elder's going to knock him out. But
Yeah.
that's what you got. What are you thinking?
I like the Magomedov, man.
Boom. You got 70. You got 2 fighters left at 7,000. You want, where are you going? Going Prates? Giga?
Well, I already took Onama. Why would I take Giga?
Exactly.
I don't know.
You're looking at
What about Romero?
Romero? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. 83. You're at 6,800. You're at the guy that no longer sings. You're at Poliana Viana, who is going up against Amarorum, who is probably going to get waxed, but I won't lie. I did play Viana in one lineup. Anthony Smith, and you have the worst fighter on the card is Andre Muniz.
I'll take him.
Aliskerov. He's going up against Aliskerov, but I will give you.
I'll take him.
I mean, at least he gets it. Hey, right? You got $300 left, people. Hey, you gotta have a dog like that win. If he beats him, then Dan's line stacked with those favorites becomes it'll become unique, and that's what you want to be. Because right now, he's probably gonna get dude Muniz at probably like 5%. In a UFC card, even with 14 fights, that is more than enough. That is more than enough differential to win that card. Now, if that guy, Muniz, gets a first round knockout, he's going to score over 100 some points at 5%. Literally, you're probably going to walk the rest of the card as long as your heroes win, you know. So, I love the lineup. I love the lineup that you made right there. We're going to go with it. Boom. So, I would take out Muniz, right? I'm gonna go. I like that you have the Magomedov, you know, right in there. But because of prices, Zhang unfortunately is very, very expensive. So
Okay.
I'm gonna keep Brown and Romero in there. Dude, I've had a problem with fitting him in. If you can't get Aliskerov, Zhang, it's 97, 96, and what's her face, Jacqueline Amorim. She is 95. So I put her in too. So this card is really stacked heavy up here. So it's not that I'm changing anything, but right now, if I go Prates, gives me 8,600 for Machado-Garry, Wellmaker. So I'm going to go Wellmaker. So because I did that gives me Jocelyn Edwards against Chelsea Chandler, who sucks. If you want to go Jocelyn's. Yes. So that fight that fight's like Battle of the Big Booties. Like, I'm just like, what are they talking about? But, you know, you could go Anama or you could go Edwards. Edwards is probably a little safer. So for me, I'm going to go, I took your lineup, Wellmaker, Edwards, Megadimiv, because I would have played, I had money for Pereira, right? Prates, Brown, Romero. Lock that shit in. That's what the Fight Club of Pain does. We do it live. We give you all of it. We do all of our homework. We bring the pain, and we make sure that you have everything you need when you leave this podcast. Dan, much love. The NFL draft is tomorrow. We did a draft podcast live. We did a Fight Club of Pain live 2 days in a row. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming in, man. You got
no problem, man.
You got any closing statements?
I'm ready for bed. That's my closing statement, man.
That was my closing statement. Slam and go watch some DJ Magic Mike live on Twitch right now doing Hip Hop Night. Greatest DJ ever. If you don't know DJ Magic Mike, he is literally that dude. He's that dude. He's about to come out with a new album. His last one, Another Dimension, was a double album. Greatest DJ ever. Dude that you know. If you know him, you don't. Whatever. But I'm going to tell you what. All of his music, some of the best you'll ever hear. All right, everybody. Have a great day. And always remember to bring the pain. Ooh, yeah. May the points and money be with you, people. Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drrodo.com. Until the next visit, be well